Now, once you know your audience, there are going to be a few things that you need to keep in mind so that you can further engage them. And here are some things that you're going to just need to think about. One is acoustics of the room. You want to know the acoustics of the room because do you need a mic? What kind of mic are you going to use? Are you going to need to project your voice really loudly to get to the back of the room? Or can you talk more normal, more conversational? Acoustics of the room is really important so that you know how much you need to project not only your voice but your emotions because how far back they are. You also need to know the seating. Are you going to be in a round so your audience is all around you and you need to know that you need to reach everyone so you're going to need to turn around? Are we in a business type setting like we are now where I just stand in the front of the room and I talk to people around a table? Or is it theater style where people are way like this and I'm going to have to really project to the back of the room? So seating is important. Lighting. That one you don't often think about, but it's really important. And this particular one became really important to me when I did my audition at Speakers Bureau. I was using PowerPoint slides, and the lighting in the room was well lit. No one could see my PowerPoint slides because they were washed out. So understand the lighting in your room because if you're in a situation like this, you're either going to have to adjust your speech so that you don't need your PowerPoint slides, or you're going to need to change your PowerPoint slides so that they are easier to see in the lighting. Another reason why you need to know about lighting is the audience going to be darkened and you're going to be brightly lit? That's important because you're going to have to engage them more because if they're in the dark, they're going to fall asleep. At least some of them are. I've been in that audience and I have fallen asleep on people, even people I wanted to hear. So, you need to know lighting. Here's another one that's a sticking point for especially women, because women tend to be run cold compared to men. Temperature. Are you going to be able to control the temperature of the room? If so, great. If you aren't, you're going to need to adjust how you give your presentation for the temperature of the room. And what do I mean by that? Well, if it's a really warm room, your audience is probably going to be nodding off. So you're going to need to get them engaged, have more activities, get them engaged mentally so that they don't fall asleep. And if they're cold, you're also going to need to do that because some people fall asleep when they're cold. I do. If it gets too cold, I'm out like a light. I'm also out like a light when it's hot, so I have to have the temperature just right. Outside noise. Are you going to have to deal with some really loud event happening right outside the room? So you're going to have to think about this. How are you going to get people paying attention to you rather than the shouting and the singing and the whatever's going on in the next room? Also, if there's a lot of ambient noise, it's going to affect how loud you speak, how you project what you have to say. And then there are tons of other distractions. For example, let's say you're giving a presentation in someone's home. Their cats and dogs could be distracting. Their kids could be distracting. If you're speaking in an outside area, other people enjoying their outside activities could be distracting. Airplanes going over. Always be aware of your surroundings so you know what will be distracting your audience and you can counteract that in some way.